Hey everybody, it's Kevin Crawford here, Truckers Experience. On today's little thing, I just want to talk about this building right here. Why I bought a Quanset hut, the heartbreaks that went into it, and many more little details about it. So about 3 or 4 years ago, I started the job of looking to find a building. Between my father and I, we looked at least, I want to say, 5 different styles of building. Quanset hut was one of them. Stick built, red steel, and even cinder block was another option that we had. Because I waited so long, I kind of got pushed up against the wall with price. Obviously, the economy took a dive, and the price of everything went through the roof. Because that happened, the red steel building I was looking at, which is going to be about 30 by 50, 30 by 60, the price on that was going to be approximately $60,000. The stick built was about 45 to 50 pre-concrete, and before you put all the electrical and all that other stuff in. And the cinder block was just not going to be an option because supplies were so hard to find. So I kind of settled with the fact that I kind of needed to do a Quanset. Started looking around, and I got lucky. I ran into the people with Legacy Steel Buildings down at Freiburg Fair, and they had a building that was precast or pre-built. So all I had to do was just pay for the section that I wanted. The only section that they had left was 30 by 50, which is fine by me. It kind of fit what I needed, primarily to fit this, which ended up being 45 foot from the nose to the very end of the ladder. So it worked for me, being that it was a 50-foot building. The price was $17,500, which when I had previously priced them, they were about $22,000 to $23,000, which isn't too bad for what it is. And then on top of that, we had to do the concrete and all that other stuff, which, go figure. So to start the process, once we ordered the building, we kind of looked all across the property to see exactly where we wanted it before we finally settled on behind the house, like in the back corner where we already had 2 sheds. So I rented a mini excavator and knocked those sheds down, cleared the land, cleared the trees out, and brought in a professional landscaping guy or a professional dirt works guy to fully put everything at grade and to take the rest of the trees. Problem we ran into there, we found out that the water table is about 1 foot to 2 feet below my feet right now. So we actually had to build up instead of building at the level that we originally wanted to. Not a big downside. It helps with pushing water off during rainstorms and like in the snow like right now. It helps push water away from the building. However, we still do only have water right below our feet. Did end up turning around and putting the corner drains all the way around underneath the foundations. That way, if any water did come up to the floor, it will push out towards the front of the building, across the driveway, and out into our backyard. So that kind of did help. So after we got the land all leveled out and everything, we brought the concrete guys in. They turned around and they ended up digging down, putting our foundation in, and I believe they went 3 or 4 feet down, and we came up 6 feet with walls. That was just so that way we'd have plenty of clearance from this height to the roof height, primarily because, as many of you know, I drive a semi-truck, and I'd like to be able to get the truck in the door. It's not the primary use of this building, but it would be nice if I ever needed to do any work on the semi, I could have it inside. So we came up 6 feet. So on the building, the dimensions of the building is actually 30 by 50 by 14. That's 14 from the base plate to the top of the roof line. So by coming up 6 feet, we ended up making the inside of my roof line at 20 foot 6 inches on the top of the ridge and 20 foot flat at the bottom of the ridge. That gives plenty of space for a 14-foot door, which I'll show you in a minute. We have framed out. We don't have a door in it yet, but we're still working. It's been a long process, and so that's why we came up with 6 feet. On the walls, we ended up coming out, or the width of the wall on the side walls is 8 inches, and then on the front we have 2 pieces that jet out on the front and back into the opening, and those are 10 inches. That's just to help support the foundation wall. So that's pretty much the base of it right now.